Good morning, students. Here I'm going to continue the next phylum, that is Ctenopora. Ctenopora is a peculiar group of organisms, have such a variety of characteristics, like they show bioluminescence. That means they can even emit light because they live in the deepest part of the oceans where the light cannot penetrate. Now let's move to this one. You can see Ctenoporas are commonly known as sea walnuts or comb jellies. The way they have a comb like structures, na? They look like almost like a jellyfish only. They're very transparent, you can say, jelly like, and they're all marine. And you can see the body have tissue level of organization, and they do have a radial symmetry. We already heard radial symmetry means cutting the organism by touching its center. In any way you can cut it, you can get two equal halves. And they are diploblastic. I already said diploblastic, having made up of two germ layers. Either it can be ecto, meso, or endoderm. And the body bears 8 external rows of ciliated comb plates. You can see right over here. They have 8 ciliated comb plates for locomotion. Let me show you here. So they look like this, like almost like a transparent. They are aquatic in nature. That's why they are jelly-like. See, they have these peculiar comb plates, or 8 of them, present in on their body for locomotion. Okay, look at here. These are all. You can see this is some of the examples of Ctenopora having the property of biolumination, since they live at the bottom of the ocean. You can see the body. The digestion is extracellular, outside the cells, and even intracellular. That means inside the cell. Body shows bioluminescence, the property of emitting light. That is a main characteristic feature of Ctenopora. And sexes are not separated. That means they are both male and female body reproductive structures are present in the same body. Even we heard something like this in the previous class, especially in poriferans. They show hermaphrodite character, having both sexes in same organism, hermaphroditism. And reproduction takes place only by sexual means. So that means they don't have asexual reproduction, no asexual reproduction. And the both male and female gametes fuse outside the body. That's why it is called external fertilization. And they do have indirect development, means they have this larval stage present in between in the embryogenesis way before becoming as an adult organism. And here are some of the examples which can be pronounced as plurobranchia and Ctenoplana. These are some of the examples that come under Ctenopora. Here are some of the pictures that I can show you to you. Ctenopora. And then we'll move to the next phylum called Platyhelminths. That is 4.2.4 in our text in page number 51. You can see these organisms are dorsiventrally flattened structures. Dorsal. Suppose if you take your human body, the back side is called dorsal and the front part of the body is called ventral. So in these organisms, dorsiventrally flattened means the body is as if like somebody stomped on them. Let me show you the picture of it. See, look at here. How they are like flat in nature. This is a tapeworm, which is a parasitic in nature, lives in the human body. Dorsiventrally, like it's not looking like a snake, but it is flattened body. The posture look like a snake only, but it is flattened in nature. Okay, so let me move to the next content. And they're endoparasites. I even mentioned endo, inside the body, ecto, outside. So these organisms primarily they are inside the body, especially in human bodies. They live in our digestive system. You can see right over here that most of them are parasitic in nature. One of the species called fasciola is one of the disease-causing organism which causes disease in the human body, lives in the gut of the human digestive system, and they have two hosts. They live in the snail as well as they live in the alternate body of humans, even in the ruminants also, the cows and buffaloes and sheeps. How they look, habit, bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic, made up of 3 germ layers. So from now onwards, you can see there is a change in the character, triploblastic. The zygote develops into 3 germ layers, is an endoderm, and they don't have a cavity, acoelomate. And you can see the shift in the body level of organization where they have organs in the body instead of tissues or cells. And when they are parasitic in nature, parasitic means a relationship in which the host gets harmed, minus represents being harmed, and the parasite, these organisms get benefited. That's why I'm representing with plus mark. Plus and minus strain represents one getting benefited, minus the one giving a shelter to it gets lost or they get disease, parasitic. So if they are the parasites, if they are living as a parasitic organisms, they have body have hooks and sucks. See, suck. I mean, like they're stuck with the body of the host and they start sucking. Like you can imagine, like a these these organisms, what you can call the blood sucking leeches, and even sometimes they have a hooks also. You see clearly the sucks and hooks are meant to hold to the host body while they are being present inside the body. They help in clinging to the body or adherence. Okay, and you can see by doing that, holding them to firmly to the body, they directly absorb the nutrients. So they can absorb the nutrients directly from the body surface. And they have a special type of cells called flame cells, which are meant for excretion, removal of waste, and also osmoregulation. Osmoregulation means maintenance of body fluid content, mineral content in the body fluids. So osmoregulation, maintaining body fluid nature, as well as removing the waste is called, both of them are maintained by the flame cells. Let me show you. Here you can see one of them, way how their tapeworm is uh, stuck to the digestive system of a human. You can see the fasciola, the size of the fasciola, one of the organism that belong to Platyhelminths. And you can see right over here, these are the flame cells. You can see these are the flame cells. Okay, and they are present on the lateral part of the planaria. Planaria belong to this Platyhelminths. Okay, so they are maintain osmoregulation and also meant for excreting the waste out of the body, since they are present on the lateral part of the body. You can see they even can expel the waste out of the body through the body surface. Okay, so this is how the body design present in the platyhelminths. When it comes to reproduction, sexes are not separate. You can see another improvement in the characteristics. That means sexes are sexes are not separated. It means still they are hermaphrodites. Some members like planaria possess high regeneration. You can see regeneration is one of the topic which we have even heard in lower classes also, where they are not exclusively use the body division, as a reproduction, but whenever there is an accident happen, they can become a two new individual by simply from the broken part. That's called regeneration. Fertilization is internal. That means male and female gametes fuse inside the body, and they do have indirect development by having a larval stage. And here comes the examples. Tinea, tapeworm, and fasciola, liver fluke are some of the examples that are mentioned in the textbook. Okay, you can see right over here. So fasciola. Fasciola is this organism. So this is a fasciola and tinea, tapeworm. Some of the organisms that belong to um, platyhelminths. You can see planaria having the basic, like primitive nerve cord. Like I said in the previous class, a nerve cord belong to, becomes a spinal cord when the larval stage become adult stage. And even human bodies and even higher organisms have nerve cord which develop into spinal cord. And they do have a very primitive nervous system like ganglia, a group of basic primitive nervous system. They have eye spot which does not look like eye of a mammal, but they have this eye spot which resembles the eye of a higher organisms. They have very basic body designs like having gastrovascular cavity which resembles the digestive system, and pharynx which meant for collection of food. So these are all some primitive um, body designs which mimic the higher organisms that are found in the platyhelminths.